Hey. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Business Connect Weekly. Yes, this is a weekly program on Connect Nigeria where we connect with business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders every Friday at 12 noon. I'm super excited to have you here. Welcome once again. My name is Emeka Ebeniro. You can call me Play Emeka. I'm a brand and business consultant and the host of Business Weekly. So guys, welcome once again to Business Weekly on Connect Nigeria. So in our usual fashion, you know how we do it right here every week on Business Weekly. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Simply put it in the comments. So tell us if it's Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, anywhere in the world. Please let us know in the comments. We're super excited to have you here. Welcome once again. Today is gonna be an amazing show. Trust me, it's gonna be an amazing show. And we have an amazing entrepreneur that's coming to share his story with us. He's going to tell us how he started his agri farm business from scratch. Like, this guy has started from nothing. He has moved. He has gotten so much relevance and so many things, and he's going to come and share with us at Business Connect Weekly. So guys, let us know where you're tuning in from. Are you in Lagos? Are you in Abuja? Show us some love. You are on to Business Connect Weekly on Connect Nigeria, and my name still remains Play Emeka. Yes, you are welcome. Yes, I can see that. IJ from Lagos. Thank you, IJ. Thank you guys. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Guys, let us know. You know how we do it every week on Business Connect Weekly. You know, we bring amazing entrepreneurs that come to share their stories. And you know, it's not easy running a business, you know, in Nigeria, you know, starting from the very bottom, not getting any form of seed funding, and so many other challenges that you could face, you know, running a business, paying salaries, insurance, tax, and all that. But so many people have made it. They've crossed the 5-year mark, and a lot of them are here, and they always come to share their stories on Business Connect Weekly. And the other amazing thing you need to know is Connect Nigeria is Nigeria's #1 portal for actionable information. And every year we have what we call our top 100 emerging SMEs. A lot of these guys have moved from being just on Connect Nigeria to also being featured on Forbes Under 40, and even some of them even top 40 CEOs under Forbes 30 under 30, I beg your pardon, and top 40 CEOs under 40. And these guys are doing amazing things, and it's our pleasure. We are really proud of what we do at Connect Nigeria, to be able to give entrepreneurs the platform, you know, to showcase themselves to the world. And that is why we have Business Connect Weekly. It's one of the things that we have, you know, under the belt of Connect Nigeria. We have a monthly meetup, which we call it's a virtual meetup for now because of, you know, social distancing and the pandemic. But we have a monthly meetup where we meet with entrepreneurs and businesses in Nigeria doing great things, and we expose them to more information that would help them grow. At the last meetup, we had the privilege of, you know, having as our guest Edward Esene. He is an expert when it comes to funding. So if you're thinking of getting funding for your business, my brother, my sister, make I talk am for pidgin. It no easy. You need all the help that you can get to grow your business. And if this is you, then you should be at either of our monthly meetups, you know, or any of our programs, because we do all these things just for you as a business owner. So guys, I'm super excited. Welcome once again to Business Connect Weekly. We have this every Friday at 12 noon right here, you know, on this page at Connect Nigeria. My name remains Play Emeka. And before I go any further, I'd like to acknowledge you guys here watching me currently. You know, I can see Dooms. Oh, Dooms, you're welcome. Please let us know where you're tuning in from. Oh, Made in Africa. I can see Ideas Man. I can see CC. Oh, guys, you guys are amazing. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let's give you a shout out. You know, it's the weekend. You know, yesterday was Children's Day. So happy Children's Day to you. I know that you say, no, I'm not a child. No, come on, stop it. We are all children. They're children. There's a child in each and every one of us. We are children of the Most High, and of course, we are still children to our parents, whether they are alive or late. We are still children to our parents. So, guys, welcome to Business Connect Weekly, and on this episode, it's going to be awesome because I have amazing questions for this gentleman, and I know he has one amazing story to share with us today. Oh yes, Made in Nigeria series, Lagos. Oh, thank you, me. Dooms is in Lagos. Oh, Dooms, welcome. Thank you for joining. So guys, thank you so much for being part of this. I'm going to be reading the profile of our guest. Then after that, I'll be calling him up on the show. And this happens to be, the last Business Connect Weekly for the month of May. It has been an amazing journey. We have so many fabulous and amazing entrepreneurs on this platform. We've had Yinka of Orikelewa Organics. We have Folu of Trizon Law Chambers, and we've had so many amazing people. Mercy of Zatimi. We've had Nkechi of Inje Tools and Itina of Inje Tools, and the list goes on. We've had so many amazing entrepreneurs doing great things, and this is just the beginning. We promise you that when we hit next month, which is June, we're bringing you even more amazing entrepreneurs that have great stories to share with you. So guys, I'm not talking anymore. I'm taking a break right now. I'm going to read the profile of my guest, and I'm going to call him up. So if you're excited, like I'm excited, because I have a lot of questions to ask him, like, how did you do it? What? Tell us your secret. So guys, I'm excited. If you're excited, please let me know. Give me some emojis. Encourage me in the comments. Give me some emojis, guys. So yes, today I have the amazing entrepreneur Anthony Owe. Anthony Owe is an award-winning entrepreneur in the agriculture and technology space. Inspired by 2011 East African drought while living in Kenya, he founded Tony Way Farms in 2014. In order to democratize investment in poultry industry, he founded ePoultry.ng in 2019. A digital agriculture platform that solves the challenges of access to finance, access to markets, life skills for smallholder farmers. To further deepen the solution to access to markets, and inspired by the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, he founded Chicken Palace, an online, that's www.chickenpalace.ng, an online and physical chicken outlet to reduce post-harvest losses and increase income for smallholder farmers. Guys, Tony is an amazing guy. Tony has a degree in international business finance from United States International University, and he's an MBA candidate at the Business School Netherlands. Not only that, Tony is, he's recognized by President Obama as one of the leaders helping food security, and also emerged at the top 20 young innovators by Rue Forum in 2019. In 2020, he was named top 40 under 40 CEOs Africa and top 35 under 35 most outstanding young Africans. Guys, I told you this guy is loaded. He is amazing. He's doing great things in the food space. If you're excited, please put some emojis there. Put some claps, put your fire emojis. Let's go. We have Yari Francis from Bielsa. Guys, if you're excited, I'd like to welcome our guest today. Is he here? All right. Our guest today, his name is Anthony Owe. He's an amazing entrepreneur and the founder of ePoultry Africa, Nigeria. Guys, please put your hands together for this great gentleman, Tony. Tony, you are welcome to Business Connect.
Thank you for having me. Sometimes when people read your profile and you're wondering, okay, so I'm the one that, okay. Sometimes very Very funny. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Your profile is so rich. In a short space of time, you've achieved so much. Now, my first question is, before I go about your background and how you used to play football in secondary school, we'll hold on to that. Let's talk about why agriculture. You're an MBA student, you study international business. Definitely you're a businessman first, but why in the space of agriculture?
Okay, thank you so much, Emeka. Thank you so much for having me. I think, is my audio very clear?
Yes, it is. You're fantastic. You're
awesome. Good. All right, thank you. So I think my story, I think pre-2014, when we were growing up, right, I was born in Ibadan. So I went to my primary and secondary school in Ibadan, then a bit of Lagos. Dad was working in Lagos, so we do Ibadan, Lagos. So I actually didn't experience the part of going to the village, experience agriculture and all of that. But the story we have growing up is that, and okay, by the way, coincidentally, I would say the weirdest person in our family that was very prominent then was an engineer in Chevron, you know. So everybody wants to be, you know, kind of Chinese you want to be like this person. So actually, so I wanted to be an engineer, you know. And eventually, the story we heard is that, you know, go to school, get a degree, and then maybe work in a bank, oil and gas, telecoms, and all of that. That was the idea. Agriculture was supposed to be for those who are uneducated, who are the countryside, poor, and all of that. So when I eventually went to Kenya in 2010, January, I was doing a degree there. And while I was in Kenya, you know, I saw farming differently. First of all, in Nigeria, people want to hold oil blocks, oil contract, and all of that. But in Kenya, people want to hold land. Land is a very emotive issue. Everybody wants to own large thousands of hectares of land. And they export tea, they export flour, they export coffee. And I'm like, okay. I used to see billionaires and farmers. They don't look like these poor guys they told us when we were growing up and young. And I felt, okay, there's something in this farming thing. Then coincidentally, in 2011, while I was still there was this East African drought that affected the Horn of Africa then. And presidents were begging for food aid. They were importing food. And it dawned on me like, come on, for any country to give you food, that means they've grown enough, fed themselves, they give you the extra, number one. Yes. Number two is that the food is grown by farmers. Any trade across borders, I studied international business, so I know international business, international trade and all of that. Any business across border is in US dollars most of the time, foreign exchange. Come on, so that means those farmers have earned foreign exchange by exporting food to your country. Yeah. And even if it's a food aid, nothing is free. Someone has paid for it. Yeah. Maybe a donor agency and all of that. So I felt, come on. So what can you tell us agriculture is supposed to be for the poor? That's the first thing. Then secondly is that we want to work in a very good office, put on very nice ties. I don't actually like ties. I think the first time putting on shirts. I don't do that. I actually worked in a bank before. I did banking for 3 years. So I have an experience, banking experience of 14 years ago. But I felt, okay, you just want to work in a very controlled office and chill. Yeah. You don't know how the food you eat comes about. You know, you can't eat your money. Even though you're a billionaire, someone has to grow the food. That's the first thing you have to understand. Yeah. So I felt, let me go into agriculture thing. There's something there. So I began my research. I discovered that Africa imports billions of dollars worth of food every year. You're seeing that Nigeria's population poverty, not even poverty, extreme poverty. And then 40% of those people living in extreme poverty are smallholder farmers. Almost everybody has a farm in their backyard at the villages and all of that. So I'm like, okay, there's something in this thing. It's an avenue to create jobs, to create wealth, if you can feed ourselves. So that was the thing about coming to agriculture. And then finally, why poultry? So when I said I'm coming to agriculture is very wide. We're talking about logistics, we're talking about processing, we're talking about aquaculture, livestock farming, the different kind of livestock farming, there's crop, a lot of that. And I felt, let me set up a poultry farming because poultry farming actually has very large market demand in the country. Yeah. As of now, we still produce locally about 30-40% of our needs. So there's a gap of 60% in the market for poultry needs in Nigeria. That was one. Two is that the impact of the poultry industry is very, very huge. So if you're raising birds, for instance, there are feed companies who produce the feed. Now, for them to produce the feed, 70% of the feed component is on maize. So crop farmers are enjoying because poultry farmers are working. Feed companies are processing, they're employing people, is working. Then there are the vaccines and drug manufacturers that are there. Those retailing them, they're there. Hatcheries are there. So like the value chain is so wide Logistics is there. So people are moving beds, moving feed, moving drugs all over the country. They are working. Transporters are working. So I felt the impact of the poultry industry is very, very wide. The contribution of the poultry industry to our GDP is actually very large. I think probably it's one of the largest in the agriculture industry, subsector in the agriculture industry. So I felt, okay, this is the thing we do. Let's do this first, start from here, and then eventually we can go to other subsectors in agriculture. So that's basically my journey, and that's why I'm here, the poultry man.
Amazing, Tony, amazing. I love the way you have broken it down and you have taken us on that journey from, identifying. Now, let's now talk a little bit more business. Now, you studied industrial, business, so you understand what it means to move product from one location to the international market. And also from your story, you have spent time in doing research. So now, please tell us, how important is the research, and give us like what one or two products that you feel people should pay attention to in terms of export viability.
There's several opportunities. Now, in terms of research is actually very, very important. While coming into the business in the actual space, doing entrepreneurship, I did crazy research. Like, you're looking at, even up to now, you can't be a CEO, your major work is research. You're looking at what are the trends in the next 10 years? Will I be here? Will the business close down in the next 20 years? Will I still be selling? What's the trend about employing people? What's the trick about these things? There are tricks about all of that. So I do research, and research actually just gives revelation of what is going on. You know that, okay, this is a gap in the market, these opportunities are available, this is how you go about raising money, this is how to manage money and all of that. So research is actually a very great component. And in terms of export potential, I was currently selected as one of the top entrepreneurs, 10 entrepreneurs at the Faith Foundation Scale Up Agribusiness Program. And I saw someone there who actually exports Zobo to Canada, to the UK, and to the US.
Wow.
Zobo. Yes, Zobo. See my mouth. Zobo. Now, the thing is this. Money in agriculture, the wealth we need to create, the jobs we need to create is in value addition. We've done primary production a long time. It's no longer working. It doesn't work. That's the issue. So this guy produces this thing and they process it into what they call tea bags, hibiscus tea. Like you have your Lipton and all of that. Yeah. Hibiscus tea bags. There's a component of in canned drinks, Zobo drinks in can. Zobo like in wine bottles. Yeah. That are working on currently. And I'm like, come on. First of all, if you look at Zobo is just very cheap. 15 naira Zobo everywhere. Just drink Zobo and so on and so on. So first of all, the health effect of that thing is actually great. And then the value addition is where the money is, where the export potentials are. That's first. And secondly, again, another product that when you look at, there's several other of them. Currently, we're looking at chicken. Actually, we're looking at chicken sausages. Currently, ourselves. So in the egg poultry industry, there's powdered eggs. You won't believe that Nigeria imports almost $1 billion worth of powdered eggs every year.
Wow. Powdered
eggs? Yes. So the eggs, normally when chickens lay eggs, without preserving them just where they are, they can last for about 4 weeks without any preservation. The shell eggs that they lay, 4 weeks. But if it's broken down, processed into powdered from like powdered milk, it can last for a year. So the food industry guys, cosmetics and all of that who need eggs in their production processes, they actually prefer the powdered one because it lasts longer. A longer shelf life. Yeah, so we import that because in fact we have not met our own eggshell production capacity. So even if I have a machine to process eggs today, I won't have enough eggs to process. Do you understand? Wow. So there's a problem in production first, then in value addition, that's where the money is, and then we can also ensure that we keep the monies back in our country. And I was saying in terms of the economic impact of all of these things, if we actually want to grow, we're serious about growing the Nigerian economy, let's just look at, do a national economic plan and say, each state, look for one product that you produce primarily, you process, add value to it in all ramifications for exports. Look at West African countries that can export to, the Togos, we are in this country, the economies they're like almost dependent on other economies. So Nigeria has a very big market in the region. If each state governor focuses on just one particular product, the whole entire valuation of that product, that means we have 36 product export potential to do. And then if you're doing that, come on, this one we are struggling to defend the naira. We don't need to defend the naira. Automatically it will just go because what we're using, dollar demand will just drop. We need to import a lot of things, we're importing again, and then the economy will just be okay. But you know, we always like to go the shortcut, and that's not sustainable. So
I understand.
That's my take on it.
I understand. Thank you so much, Tony, for that. You know, people are even, you know, commenting, you know, Doom says there's so much, you know, to do in the food space. Very true.
A lot.
Now, Tony, there is this should I call it limitation? There's this barrier to entry when it comes to agriculture. And from my own experience, like from what you have learned today, it's about knowledge. There's a huge knowledge gap. A lot of people feel that for them to get into agriculture, they need to, you know, have machines, have a big farmland. You know, basically, they will need a lot of capital to get into it. Tony, what do you have to say concerning this barrier to entry into the agriculture space?
Oh, there's barrier to entry everywhere. In music, people that want to blow like the video, for instance, they have challenges.
Yes.
So in every industry, there's a barrier to entry. In banking, there's barrier to entry. The fintechs, the agri-tech, everywhere, there's in politics, there's barrier to entry. People are saying they're looking for godfathers, you know. So what we need to realize as young people is that first, nobody's going to hand over anything to you free. You have to take everything that you want to take by force. Now, by force doesn't mean you have to carry guns and carry placards. I know the thing about protesting again is that it's actually great to do that. I won't condemn those who do it because what they've done for us in the past has brought us to where we are today.
Yeah.
But then again, as young people in this age, we have to sit down and look at ways and think out ways to ensure that we can do these things better.
Yeah.
So in terms of barrier to entry, it's there. But what you have to do is look for ways around it. I'll tell you my story basically is first. So when I felt in 2012, I wanted to go entrepreneurship full time. So I worked for an impact investment company in Nairobi, in Kenya. I worked for a year. I was an intern actually. I was on paid salary. I was an intern for about 3 months. And then my dedication to duty made them retain me. I was actually offered a salary in Nairobi. I started working, I started earning salary because I was committed to what I was doing. Mine then was that let me understand how this thing works. Let me see how entrepreneurship plays out before I go and do this in myself. And within that sort of 1 year, I saw young people coming with ideas, just ordinary ideas, and the ideas turned into businesses that raise money, that employ people. And I'm like, okay, come on, this thing is interesting. This is what I want to do. And even when I was in banking, actually, I was a guy that actually go late to work. I'm not the morning person at all. I work very late into the night, 3, 4 a.m., 5 sleep, sometimes 5 a.m. In the morning, my phone is off. I'm sleeping till like 9, 10. I'm more productive in the night. So I felt if I'm supposed to work somewhere, this won't work for me. You know, like when I was actually working there as well. When people started by 3 or 4 o'clock, people started packing their bags and going home. That's when I started working. And then by 7, 8 o'clock, before I leave the office, normally, so I'm more productive. Always night hours. Yeah. So I learned first from there. Then coming into the space in 2013, mine is in an interesting journey. Coincidentally, there was this UWIN program then by President Goodluck Jonathan.
Yeah.
In 2013. So I applied for UWIN. Actually, that was actually the first grant I actually got. So going to the business, I was lucky. My first business I was going to do, I got a grant of $40,000 equivalent at that time in 2013. So mine was actually easy. Now it's wow. People look at, hey, grant, you got money. But I will talk about that part anyway. Failures in business, how you start up and all of that. Because I lost that money actually. I lost that money sometime, you know.
Wow.
No, don't worry. I didn't lose it like that. I just lost it small. So I think the first thing is that people need to understand the kind of ideas they have first. Yeah. And then I think I was just yesterday I talked about raising money and I said traction. Not investors first. Don't bother about yourself, about the traction, about the barriers to entry. You just do it. You have an idea to sell something, to do something, start it. Create an Instagram page, is free. Create a Facebook page, is free. Create Twitter pages, to create LinkedIn. And then start posting your journey. This morning we're trying to do a business. We actually tried this thing. The idea is failing. Put it there. See, people invest in courage. Money follows courage. If you have tried something and failed, people are looking at this guy has failed. Okay, then it can be better and work. The courage to actually go out there to approach customers to give you money is huge. People don't get it. That's first. Secondly, just start doing what you're doing. Forget about investors. Traction, build followership. Start educating your audiences about what you're offering. Then on the line, create this kind of, build a network around yourself, reach out to people, get traction. If someone wants to invest in you, they are coming to invest, you have nothing to show. Come on.
Yeah.
From the beginning, keep records. I can tell you, frankly, I started in 2014, the first business I started in 2014, first brand. I can give you receipts, financials of the first blocks we bought, the land we bought, how we built the pen, totally intact. So get this correct from the beginning. Keep records. A lot of our businesses don't keep records. They just spend the money anyhow. They ask them, so in the last 6 months, are you profitable? They don't know if they are profitable. They know if they're making a loss. They don't know. They just know that, okay, money comes in, money goes out. They have no idea. That's another challenge. So start first, build traction, grow according in the line, and then eventually raising money will be easier. I can tell you for a fact, raising money will be easier. For me nowadays, I decide which money to take or not to take. And it wasn't like that before. It was actually very tough. And then I go straight to the part of losing money. When people start businesses, the first thing they want to do is that, let me get a shop. I hate that thing. Like, just come out to get a shop. So what's the problem?
Yeah.
How are you getting a shop? You don't need an office. Stay in your house and start this business. So the first thing was that when we started business, we invested bulk of that money that we had in 2014, 2015 into infrastructure. We bought a land, we built a very big pen, 2,000 capacity chicken pen, and started a farm. But we had land, we had infrastructure, then we had no money for operations. We had no money to put chickens inside the building. So the problem people have is that when you start business, you don't invest bulk of the money you have into things that don't bring money.
Yes.
If I had known then, if I was starting business now, I probably go to other farms that are already existing and buy all their eggs and chicken and retail first.
Yes.
Make money from them, then gradually build that infrastructure over time. Not build infrastructure and looking for money to. Not some people say. I was in the conference one day and someone asked me a question like, "Are you saying that we should not open our business, put AC there, maybe a commissioner can come and buy?" And I'm like, "Are you building a business for a commissioner that is 4 years in office? So when he leaves, what will happen?"
Exactly.
I don't understand. Do you understand? And I know that nowadays, the people who steal police have money. Nowadays, there's not enough money to even steal in public office. So there's no money again. You can't be building a business around politicians. It doesn't work, you know? So first of all is that identify what gives you money. When we started off, I had an idea about these things already, but actually because, you know, we have to build infrastructure, and then poultry farm is actually very peculiar. If you hire a facility to do farming, after 1 year or 6 months, the owner can come and say, "Yeah, I'm chasing you out, I'm increasing the rent." So because of that issues, that's what we actually wanted to build that time. Yeah. So, and then when you're doing that, invest more money on what gives you money. We don't have a letter paper. We don't have receipts. We don't have envelopes. If something demands that we have to use those letter paper or receipts, we just print in computer. We have in computer, just print it out, one page and give to you. You don't have to print the envelope, the world has moved from all those kind of things. There's no point, you know? And then keep records. When we started off, we're using Excel. The first thing Excel, we're using Excel in 2014. Then I think in 2017 or so, 17, 18, we switched to an accounting software because we were afforded at that time. So keep records, start small, invest your skills, invest your time, invest everything you have to do in that business, and then keep focus. I've been selling chicken and eggs in the last 7 years. I've not done fish. People come and say, "Do fish, do cow, do goat." And I'm like, come on. This chicken I am inside, let me do it first. So when I get to a point that I felt we have enough market share, we're stabilized, we have enough structures in place, I don't have to be there at all for the business to run. Even now, I don't have to be there. The last 2 weeks, the last time I fed chicken was 3 years ago. I've not fed chicken in the last 3 years. Do you understand? So they already have structures and all of that is working. But at the same time, I still feel like we need more grounds to cover. So when we cover enough ground, we can say, okay, like we have enough money, let's do goats, let's do this one and so on. But focus on something.
Hello, Tony, are you there? Awesome. This is a great conversation, man. Tony is breaking it down. Focus on what brings you money. Focus on what brings you money. Do not spend your money or the money you have raised on all these liabilities. Yes. Yes, I can hear you. You're back. Please go ahead.
Okay, so stay in one place and focus for a while. You don't have to move around. Stay in one place and do it. But if it's not working, you can change strategies and say, okay, this is not working. You can leave it. But first of all, stay there. If you have your research intact, you understand the market, the customers are there, the product is fine, keep hammering on this thing. You get to a point that there's something called compound. And people say compound interest. When you are focused on what you're doing, your craft, there's compound interest. It comes. When the results start coming, it's pausing like as if you have been doing it for a long time, but it's compounded and getting results. So nowadays, if someone looks at me, and it's easier for us to talk to an investor to give us money because they are seeing this guy for 7 years, he's been doing the same thing. He knows it. So if I say give me money to do poultry for investment farming, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just there to come and say we're trying to cash out. We're not cashing out this thing. There's a market for this thing. We've been doing it consistently for 7 years. So if you talk to you would agree. But not that today I've done fish. Next tomorrow I've done I'm selling car. Next tomorrow I'm selling shoes. And I'm saying bring money for investment. Come on. Nobody will take you serious. That's what I'm telling you. Just stay in one place.
You're focus. There's a question here. People would like to know what accounting software do you use now? Which one do you use then? And which one are you currently using? They would like to know that.
Okay. We've used what do you call it now? We've used Excel, Microsoft Excel, first of all. Then at a point we were using Wave. We're actually still using Wave. Then for some of our business we use Wave, some of them we use Zoho.
Zoho, yeah. Zoho, yeah. I know.
Yeah, we use Wave.
So guys,
because we're around 3 businesses, so and then all our farm facilities have different accounts. So just like it's a kind of like a group. So we have about 4 or 5 accounting systems that we run. So some of them are on Wave, some are on Zoho, but we're actually moving them from Wave to Zoho eventually because Wave has stopped for Africa and then they're switching to Zoho. So we're using Zoho eventually. So we're actually switching currently.
Awesome, guys. So you heard that Zoho accounting software. Use that, help you track all that you do. Tony, thank you very much for how you've broken it down. Now you've talked about so many things, like even some of the questions that I had earlier that I planned, that you've touched them. Now this is what I want to say. You've mentioned that it's good for people to do research. Now, what is that thing? How do people overcome this perception of class? Because right here in Nigeria, we like the whole white collar job. Where are you going to? I'm going to work. I'm going to my office. I work in a bank, or I work in, in an organization that they have really nice ACs and all that. What would you say as an entrepreneur? How will people break or switch from focusing more on value and providing solutions as opposed to focusing on, there's AC and there's a pool car, there's driver, and there are all these things. What would you say about that?
I have AC here. There's AC. I'm talking to you. I'm a farmer. So
should that be the focus?
The thing is this:
solution, providing solution, be the focus. That's my question.
Okay, so now the thing is this: most of what the skills the future need, are not taught in any university in the world currently.
Yeah.
You don't have a degree in Nigeria. I don't think there's a university in Nigeria that does a degree in robotics or artificial intelligence or anyone talking about drone. None yet, but we need it. Now the thing is this: the world has moved. Some jobs are getting eroded. For instance, social media. All our platforms are managed by a particular team. I've not seen them before. They've been doing it for 3 years. I don't know where they are. They've been working remotely, right? Now, the internet, social media, and all of that has created several opportunities. Look at the issue of this cryptocurrency thing that people are talking about, blockchain technology. In fact, cryptocurrency is just a minute part of the blockchain technology.
Yeah.
So the idea is they're looking at what is the impact of this blockchain thing on media, on agriculture, on service sector, on banking, or whatever it is you have to do. Cryptocurrency is just more of banking and investment. It's just a bit of it. It's not all about what it offers. So young people need to understand that the world has moved. As of now, we are talking about smallholder farmers, access to money, access to market. You can't go to Canada now and be talking access to market and access to money.
True.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
They've moved. People are talking about to go to the moon, electric cars. We are still trying to fix refinery to get petrol. So our journey is actually very far.
Yeah.
But the thing is that young Nigerians are doing a a lot of things. Young Africans are doing a lot of things. Someone just went to Nairobi just a couple of days ago and was saying, they have this money system, M-Pesa, mobile money thing. And I'm like, M-Pesa in Kenya is like the best mobile money platform in the world.
Yeah.
Came from Kenya.
Yeah.
Young people did it.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of this thing, people need to understand that, is it by impact or you just want to brag? If a doctor talks anywhere, a lawyer talks anywhere today, an engineer, one of those white collar jobs talks anywhere today, I can beat my chest as an entrepreneur and also say, my job, my title is entrepreneur.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and then people don't understand that the jobs are not there. You know, people, a lot of people are graduating every year. They know that jobs are not there. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of accidental entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
There are plenty.
Yeah.
Now, you need to understand is that value is important. Skills are important.
Yeah.
Everybody shouldn't be an entrepreneur. Starting a business and growing a business is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody can do it. Not everybody will do it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, you're fine. Okay, when we talk about investment, when we talk about that, but I'll just touch a bit of it, is that there are two ways to this thing in terms of success, in terms of financial empowerment, financial success, and all of that. It's either you're an entrepreneur and you make your money from profit of your business, or you're a career person earning a salary. These are two ways. If all of us are entrepreneurs, I won't have people that are working on the team. We have 3 businesses I'm running currently today. There are people running all of these businesses. If they also want to say, I want to have one business, no, we want to entrepreneurs, we want to be CEOs. Nobody will work for me. I can't do this in alone. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So understand your own strengths, understand what you want for yourself. It's a self-reflection thing. Can I actually take a risk, start a business and run it? Yeah. You can see me, look at the background, it's looking fine. There's an artwork there, there's fine AC in the room. When I started this business 7 years ago, Baba, I was using a golf car at that time, golf 2. I would finish feeding chicken in the farm myself. I was the only employee. I will finish feeding chicken in the farm. I will put chicken at the boot of my golf car and drive to the market, the Swale market in Bayelsa, and go and sell chickens. In the evenings on Sundays, because my car paper had expired that time, so I didn't want to require police issues, I would go on Sunday mornings to go and carry sawdust at the sawmill to come and give the, it's crazy, right? It's a journey. Nobody jumped where they are, there's a story to this thing. But the thing is that, you know that this is what you want to do.
Yeah.
You're committed to doing it. So whatever challenges you see, you just continue to just focus on it. And just, solve them and go ahead, And then again is that there's no prestige thing. Everything is prestigious. It's how you look at it. Nowadays, I tell you, I'm chicken them daddy. I sell chicken. My name is Antonio Way. I sell chicken and eggs for a living. I think people look at it like, what is he saying? Is he trying to be modest or is he proud? And that kind of thing. But I sell chicken and eggs for a living. That's what I do. Come on. Yeah. But I don't look it. So I brought prestige into agribusiness. So when I talk, I don't talk like a farmer. I talk like an entrepreneur, like a businessman that understands what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you bring the glamour to whatever it is you want to do. You're selling someone, the Zobo guy, for instance, he's doing Zobo. When he talks, I expect Zobo, fine. But he has variants of this Zobo thing. There's tea, there's hibiscus tea that's talking about the wine park, the canna. So that's the thing. Yeah. So understand the market, understand what you're doing, be focused and committed to it. Don't despise whatever thing you're doing, and then you bring the prestige into that particular industry and the craft, and then you'll be fine.
Awesome. Tony, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I need to ask you one last question before we call it a wrap. This has been a very powerful session and conversation. Now, let's talk about finance and investment. I know that in this space, a lot of people's hands have been burnt. You hear, oh, invest now and get 75% return. Oh, put your money and in 2 weeks we will double it. Oh, we are an investment company. We invest in agri-tech, crypto tech, everything tech. Tony, you are the person walking the walk and talking the talk. You understand what this business is all about. Can you please enlighten the listeners and those that are watching the replay about what it is to, 1, raise funds, and 2, invest, and what type of investment we should run away from? Please help us. Please, like Black Kamaru will say, our mouth is dry. So everywhere is dry.
Okay.
So people don't want to lose the small money. They don't want to lose their small money. So everywhere is dry. So please help us understand.
There's money on ground.
So help us understand, investment, raising funds in the agri and what type of, things we should look out for. Please help us understand that.
Okay, so aside from me being a farmer, I'm also I'm a finance professional. So I studied finance in my diploma level. I worked in the bank before. I did degree in finance and all of that. Now, in raising money for businesses, you need to just understand what it is that you do as a business, and then who do you need to talk to in terms of investors. Now, understand also as well what impact your businesses do. Go and bring the SDG list. SDGs, I think, are 18 goals of them. Look at which one links to your business. Then you understand the kind of impact you're making, first of all. 2, then you cannot tell her to look at investors in your space who are investing in these things. Where have they invested before? That's number 2. Then 3 is that when it comes to investment, traction, start doing something now. Don't wait for investment. What you have to do it little. If you can't produce it now, go and meet the one who already producing it and buy from them and retail. Understand the market dynamics, how it flows, the demand and all of that. And then you cannot do backward integration. Then in terms of also investment, you start investment journey now, not when you need the money, because it takes a process. So you don't say, okay, we need to do we need an investor to do our business now, $10 million. Okay, let's start raising money. You won't get it now. It might take a year. There's a VC we're talking to in the US currently. We're talking to them since last year, before the pandemic, since March. And we're yet to close the round, right? So it takes a time, but you don't start when you need the money. You start before you need the money, so that virtually when it comes, the money is there to be used. That's in terms of raising money for your entrepreneurs. Now for investment. Now, there's a lot of everyone around the place. Everybody's crowdfunding, investor, invest here, invest there, and so on and so forth. The first thing about investment is knowledge. You have to understand that you can't transfer your financial investment responsibility to somebody else. Understand at least an idea, have an idea of how this thing works. Every investment is into a business. If you buy, okay, now there are 4 categories of investments. There's the paper asset, the shares, the stock, and the bond, treasury bill, and all of that. Traditional one, they are paying less than 1%, 10%, or whatever nowadays. Now, those shares and stock and bond and everything is into a business. So if UBS sells shares, you are buying a part of that business. Number 2, the second class of assets is real estate. If someone offers you a real estate investment, you are investing into a real estate business. So maybe they are doing commercial property, they have to buy land and sell, or they build commercial properties for rent or for lease. So if someone is offering you an investment in real estate, you ask them, so how do you make money? What do you do? If you have this kind of knowledge in place, your money won't be lost. You won't throw money to someone that's promise you 1 million % in double your money in 1 month. Then the third class asset class is the internet. The internet is mad right now. Cryptocurrency is there. There's e-commerce, online commerce is there. There are the guys who are doing all this. What do you call them now? Forgotten the names. Affiliate marketing. There's something on the internet you can do. You can make money. Digital marketing, content developing,
knowledge monetization,
knowledge money. So
courses.
You're selling e-courses. So all of that. You can actually selling knowledge is actually another way to raise money for your business. So you have an idea, put it on ebooks and videos and sell. People will buy. Do you know? That's another idea. Then the last class of investment is business. Now, investing in agri-businesses is a combination of the business and the internet part of it, because it's agri-tech. So you're saying, I'm offering a platform where you can invest, but the business is not in the platform collecting money from you. The business is in the back end of doing the business. Another thing again in terms of agribusiness is that there are 2 ways to grow an agri-tech business. One is the knowledge of the agriculture thing you're talking about. So if you're saying you are crowdfunding for sorghum, for maize, for millet, one, you have to understand how it is grown. You have to understand the value chain, understand markets and selling it. Then number 2, treasury management, how to manage money. As a businessman, I think a couple of days, you should follow my Instagram page, you see it as well. A couple of days ago, I talked about how to grow a business. It's 2 ways. you have to ensure that you continually invest money in income generating assets. Either that fixed asset that will expand your capacity, current assets in terms of investment, expanding your site, your outlets, your capacity to sell more, processing capacity, all of that. So you're investing more in income generating assets that brings more money to you first. And secondly, you have enough money to meet your everyday business needs, your cash flow. So you won't say because you're a businessman, you want to invest, you're building big things, you're expanding, then you don't have money to pay salaries or pay your suppliers. Your business will close down. So plan your cash flow in a way that I'm able to meet, for us at Ipod, for instance, we plan our cash flows quarterly. So we know that in the next 3 months, the money to pay investors, suppliers, feed manufacturers, all of that are in place. Then we can say, okay, this leftover, we put it in this another part of the business that generates more money. So we ensure that even if you don't sell chickens in the next 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, you have money to meet your obligations as a business. So focus on your cash flow and focus on the technical part of this business. For instance, we do poultry. And another challenge again is that, you see this crowdfunding thing, a lot of people just come and say they are crowdfunding for egg, for chicken, for sorghum, for millet, for maize. Like, you have not grown one seed before. You don't know anything about farming. And you are crowdfunding for everything. You will fail. It's normal. Do you understand? And you can't outsource this knowledge to somebody else. I'm a farmer. I raise chickens. So I understand the nitty-gritty of chickens. Our crowdfunding platform didn't come about because it's fashionable. In 2016, 2017, after I recovered from the first losing capital, we raised some money from back of industry and then we built the business. We're growing very fantastically, very well. We have results. Then people started approaching us and say, I want to invest in your company, like being shareholders. So we looked at our vision, our trajectory, and felt if we dilute the shares of this particular business, it won't make us grow faster the way we want to grow. So we felt, okay, create another business entirely, a platform where those who want to invest in poultry farming can actually have access to it. That was why poultry came about. So that's number one. Number two is that a lot of farmers approach us and say, this is what you're doing. Teach us. How are you doing it? How are you raising money? How are you accessing the market? How are you selling more? How are you doing all of those things? So we felt this platform, Ipod, basically is about farmers. So we're helping farmers to access inputs debt-free. So we take the money from the crowdfunding platform, buy inputs for the farmers, monitor them through the farming cycle, help them sell at the end of the cycle as well. Then another component is that producing chickens is not the issue. We have the knowledge, insurance, the mortalities are very low and all of that. But selling the chickens is another challenge. A lot of farmers cannot sell what they produce. Aside from poultry industry, many farmers can't do that. So we said, okay, let's create another platform. That's how we call Chicken Palace came about. It was actually during the pandemic when people were at home. I think last year, April, they no lockdown. So we felt, stay at home, let's process the chicken and then deliver to your homes. So we felt this was working. So within the pandemic, we're building a platform, chickenpalace.ng, where they can order for chickens from their homes. That was the first online outlet we had. And then in September, we launched the physical outlet. Now, the idea of that outlet is that a lot of farmers can't sell what they produce. But fine, farmers, focus on producing these chickens. Focus on low mortalities. Focus on getting inputs. Just produce. Then at the end of the cycle, we come to you, we buy off whatever you have. We process, add value to package it, and then sell. So we said, you forget about access to market. Let's do it for you. That's why our third company is Access to Market, Chicken Palace. We focus on just helping farmers to sell. The farmers that we work with on the Ipod platform and the ones who don't work with us, any farmer at all, in terms of chicken and eggs. That's it. So the value chain is complete. Producing, processing, and then selling. So if you don't understand this component and offer investors returns, there'll be a challenge. And when it comes to all this money you offer people as well, we understand the business. We know what we make from as profit. So we ensure that whatever we're offering the public is what we can actually make and give to them. So if someone comes to meet you and they're giving you more than 5% in a month, they're saying 10% monthly, 20% monthly, there's a challenge. And if anybody is saying they're giving you money every month, you have to understand what do they make the money every month. For instance, if you come to e-poultry, a farm cycle is for us is 3 months. So the minimum investment you can do with us is 6 months. 2 farm cycles, because you can't pull in money and pull it back and take it again. You crash the business. So the money has to be in the flow to ensure we can do like 2 cycles and give you the returns. We have another one for 18 months for chicken, for eggs. Before, when you buy day-old birds, they stay for like 5-6 months first laying eggs, and they live for another 12 months, 18 months. So if you're offering investment, we're saying for you to invest in egg production, it's going to take minimum 18 months because that is the cycle. But if someone comes to you and tell you that invest in egg production, we give money back in 6 months, they are lying, because in 6 months is when the egg is starting to lay. Do you understand?
Wow.
So as an investor, understand this concept, seek knowledge, ask questions, don't just throw your money around. And then again, finally, is when it comes to investment, for everybody else now, entrepreneurs, career men and women, and so on and so forth, you can't work for all the money you ever need in this world, except you want to die young. So investment is very crucial. Our parents' generation were the guys who just live and big mansions and have compounds and have a car and live the moment. Most of them didn't plan. That's part of the property that we have now.
Yeah.
As a young person coming up, save up. First of all, save first. You cannot, you see, you can't be hungry and say you want to do investment. You die. And then nobody, you die first now. You have to eat first. So, first of all, save.
Yeah.
Now, gradually, and then money is not enough. You have to save the saving.
Yes.
Food. You have to discipline yourself. Food, eat once a day. You won't die. Clothes. Don't buy clothes. You don't have to use iPhone. Use small 30K Android phone. Start from there. Discipline yourself and save first of all. So accumulate this money to a 50, 60, 70, 80K. Eventually, then you can start investing. And investing is a process. It's gradual. Today, people see me, for instance, and then look at the car you drive. Look how you live. Yeah, okay. This is a journey. I've never gotten to where I'm going to at all. It's still a journey. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Don't look at other people's clothes time to judge yourself. Just start little by little. And then I talk about compound interest. This thing compounds over a period of time. It gets to a point as an entrepreneur that you won't look for investors again. Investors will be looking for you to give you money, and you're telling them, no, I don't want your money. No, this is the rate you give to me, and so on and so forth. But start first, start small, gather this thing, increase your knowledge bank. Read a lot about investment. Read. Just keep reading. Because when you read, you don't know when these things will come to you. The challenges of life have no timetable. They come anytime they like. So at that point, you're already loaded, and then you can respond to it. But when you are not there, then don't be greedy. Don't greed. See, greed is bad. Don't be greedy. And another thing again is that finally, in terms of money, there are two extremes in terms of investment. There's the extreme part of fear. There's the extreme part of greed. So in this part, there's greed and there's fear. The only way people that are fearful, they say, investment. They've come again on investment. I'm not investing. They don't invest. They just stay where they are. They are the greedy people that they want their money to become 100% in 1 month. They are there. So the only way to balance these two is knowledge. So when you have knowledge, you're able to mix your greed and your fear and balance in the middle.
Balance it.
So you understand that, okay, if I'm investing in e-poultry, for instance, I know that they are raising chickens. Okay, do they have the competence? Okay, they've been doing it for 7 years. Okay, how do they sell it? They have a company that access to market that sells this thing. Okay, what has been the rate? Success rate? Okay, they've been there for 3 years or 4 years. Oh, they've been doing well. Okay, so that knowledge will give you like a kind of conviction. Then you can reach out to the people. If anybody is promoting any business to you, read about them. What have they been doing? Look at their website. Who are the team members? Who are the founders? Who are the team management team? What's the advisory board like? What's the board of directors like? Who are the promoters? What have they been doing for the last 5, 10 years? Someone that left university last year and comes to you and said, I'm an investment banker. And you're like, with your experience, what experience do you have? Do you understand? So those things are very easy to catch people. They are very easy to know the truth. But people are just very lazy. Nobody reads, nobody do research about at all. Nobody seeks for knowledge. Just look at the promoters, look at what I've been doing for 5 years, for 10 years, and say, okay, with this history that they have, okay, I think they'll be credible. That's the best way to secure yourself in terms of investors in agriculture. I think I've tried this.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony. This has been an amazing session. This has been a masterclass because you've taken us from understanding agriculture 101, understanding the whole value chain. You moved us into investment, and also how to protect and multiply our money. So it's beyond, you've taken us beyond discussing the business of agriculture. You've also given us some life coaching and life lessons. Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you so much.
Super happy and excited. This has been a powerful session. We are really grateful for us at Connect Nigeria, and we're definitely going to get you back. We're going to work with you closely because we understand there's a huge gap in Nigeria and in the system, and that is why for us at Connect Nigeria, we have a mandate, to build and and to champion, Africa's #1 actionable information portal, because we need to take action and we need the right information and knowledge, like you have rightly said, to take this action. So guys, we're super happy to have Tony here, and we're definitely going to have him back. There's so many things we have on board. We have our business fair coming up. We have our virtual meetup. We have so many things coming, and Tony is definitely going to be on our team. So Tony, I hope you're giving us your word that once we call on you, you're going to come back.
I'm coming back.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much.
See to the comment. He said, "Thank you, Tony." People are applauding you. Thank you, Tony. Thank
you,
Tony.
Thank you, everyone.
We need a
resources. Thank you, man.
See, people.
Thank you. I'm grateful for coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you. We thank you for this time, and we look forward to connecting with you. So have a great one. And guys, don't forget, follow at ePoetryNG on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter, ePoetryNG. And follow Tony. Tony, your handle is Tony. What's your handle? Please let us know your handle.
Tony Owei, TonyOwei. That's Tony Owei.
Tony Owei. So guys,
let me type it.
Yes, please type it
in the comments section.
Yes. Tony Owei. Follow Tony at Tony Owei. Please follow him. Make sure you slide into his DM. He's filled with so much wisdom, so much practical experience, and like he has rightly said, you need to do your research. Learn, follow the journey of the people you want to invest in, follow the journey of the people that you want to connect with, and you will not miss it. So Tony, thank you so much once again. I'm happy that we're having you here. So I look forward to seeing you. Enjoy the rest of your day, Tony.
You too. Bye, Clearmaker.
Bye. Awesome. Yes, thank you, Tony. Thank you. That was a great session, guys. I know you enjoyed it. If you did, please put it in the comments. Let us know what you have learned from this session. Please put it in the comments. Let us know. Tell us what are those things that stood out for you. What are those mind-blowing words, mind-blowing inspirations that you got. Please put it in the comments. I would like to know. I'll read it out for our guests and those that will be watching the replay. Please put it in the comments. I hope you've had a great session with myself and Tony. It's been totally amazing. Thank you, Shay. You said thank you so much, Tony and eConnect. This is really eye-opening. Yes, it is. Rosemary, I really say thank you, Tony. Thank you, Rosemary. Create. Thank you, Connect Nigeria. Thank you so much, Dooms. Thank you, Connect. Oh, thank you so much, Dooms. Yes, Labi. Yes, thank you, IJ. Thank you. Taiwo, enlightening session. Thank you so much, Taiwo. Great ideas. Yes, you heard Tony. He has told you. Please relax, guys. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you have records. Keep records of every transaction. Keep records of the things that your business and even your personal life. Keep records. Another thing, do research. All the money you need, you can't keep working for it. So once you've made some money, save some, invest some. Save some, invest some, and make sure you use the others to run your daily life and all that. But please invest. You cannot work by yourself and be rich all by yourself. You need to invest. And if you're thinking of investing in the agri-business, we are Connect Nigeria. We can tell you that you can invest at ePoetryNG. Guys, go to their Instagram, follow them, slide into their DM, go to their website, and start investing that small 30, 40, 50, 100K that you've kept aside and is not bringing any form of return. Why don't you take that money and put it into an agri investment? Like Tony said, it takes 12 to 18 months. After 18 months, you're definitely going to get returns on your money. When you get the returns on your money, remove your profit and like it's compound interest, and keep your capital, and it just keeps compounding, and you keep getting that interest over and over and over again. So guys, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm super excited, and I'm happy for you joining us. So guys, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Connect Nigeria. Turn on post notification. We have big things coming. This is the last Business Connect Weekly in the month of May, but in June we have amazing, full packed, loaded guests that will come to share their knowledge with us. Another thing that you need to watch out for is watch out for Connect Nigeria's business fair. It's the biggest business fair in Nigeria, and it has been running for years. Yes, for so many years right now. We have been consistent at Connect Nigeria in bringing Nigerian entrepreneurs value and giving them the platform to showcase their business to the world. Another thing you need to watch out for is the virtual business connect, the virtual business meetup. We have that every month, and like I said earlier, last month we had the privilege of having Edward SNA. He is an expert in funding. You heard what Tony just said. Make sure you start preparing for funding before you need the funds, not when you need the funds. And that's exactly what Edward said. So you need to start preparing for funding from right now. And if you're thinking of that or any other thing you need for your business, why don't you visit us on our website at www.connectnigeria.com. Guys, I'm happy, I'm excited, and I look forward to seeing you next week, Friday, at another edition of the Business Connect Weekly. My name remains Play Emeka. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Play Emeka. If you love what you do, please slide into our DM. Give us your review. Give us some feedback if you like this program. If you have any particular entrepreneur you want to learn from, why don't you slide into our DM and share with us, who do you have in mind? You know, what do you think we should do? Give us some feedback. We would love to hear from you. You know, this is a relationship between you and us, and we would like to help you in your journey to become better, have more income, and of course live the life you've always wanted to live. So guys, thank you so much. My name is Play Emeka. I remain your host at Business Connect Weekly. Until I'll see you again next week, Friday at 12 noon. I will say your name again. My name is Play Emeka. Follow me on Instagram at Play Emeka. PLAYEMEKA. PLAYEME. Let me put it there. PLAYEMEKA. You can follow me on Instagram at Play Emeka. I look forward to connecting with you. Follow me, slide into my DM. I'll respond. If you like what we do at the Business Connect Weekly, why don't you send us a feedback? Give us a review. Slide into our DM. Tell us what you like about this show, who you would like to see on this show, and if you would like to share your experience, your knowledge with us on the show, come on, click. Slide into our DM. We would like to have you on the Business Connect Weekly show. Thank you to everyone supporting the Business Connect Weekly. Thank you to you, our favorite people, the viewers, and to everyone that will watch the replay. We want to thank you so much. We are honored for you spending your most precious asset with us, which is your time. We love you. God bless you, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.